Sorry.
Solving quadratic formula, quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula?
You're looking at it.
Why is there like 4 ways to do this? Why can't you say?
That's not 4 ways to do steps.
Wait, 4 ways.
That is a great question, and I wish I could answer that.
That looks like that will hurt my brain.
Oh, I'm excited to hurt your brain. It's not that bad.
It's not bad. It looks difficult, but it's
Okay, so everybody look right here,
Yeah.
and everybody go, ooh. So that's the quadratic formula. That looks like a lot of math. So what's nice about the quadratic formula? I will say that it does have its benefits. It works to find the answers to every single quadratic, no matter what. Wow. So there are specific quadratics that we can factor. We can't factor every one. There are specific ones we can use square roots. There are specific ones we can use completing the square. This method works for every single one, which is its benefit. Its downfall is it's a lot of calculation. Luckily, you can use a calculator, okay? But you need to be smarter than your calculator sometimes because you have to use order of operations a lot for this. And if your calculator is too dumb to know how to do order of operations, well, there are fancier calculators that do order of operations, just that one that you use. Because the dude at the Department of Education in Florida said that that's the calculator you get to use. Yeah. Well, like when you get to algebra 2, I think, or pre-calc, I can't remember which one, you'll end up using a graphing calculator.
Wow.
Which does lots of fancy stuff. They're just really expensive.
Wait, mine is order of operations.
Yeah, order of operations. You can't use that one.
Well, good luck when we get to the EOC and you can't use it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. I want you to try and memorize it. Sometimes your B is already gonna be negative. So when you plug it in the formula, it wouldn't be negative anymore, it would be positive. So I think about it as the opposite of B. So I say opposite, you can say negative, that's fine. Plus or minus, we've seen that before. Square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A.
That's what I wasn't sure.
What?
B squared
Minus 4AC.
I got this first one.
So where the heck do these letters come from? Well, look right here. The A is whatever number is in front of your x squared. Your B is whatever number is in front of x. And your C is whatever number is your constant. So we're going to identify those numbers, and then we're just going to, what they say is plug and chug. We're going to plug them in the formula, and we're going to simplify to get our 2 answers. Huh? Sure. Okay. I highly suggest you have a calculator today, hence why I put it on the bell work. Because we're going to end up with things that are decimal sometimes. Not to start out. I'm going to give you nice, pretty, beautiful whole numbers to start. And then we're going to end up with some decimals. So let's try one. I'm going to go very, very slow.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady does win the race. Yes. In this case, I agree. So here's my quadratic. X squared minus 4x plus 3. The first thing we need to make sure is that it equals 0. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay. So A equals, B equals, C equals. So look at that equation. What number is A? Number. 1. Where'd you get 1, Miss Simpkins? Well, what number is in front of x squared? It's imaginary, but it's 1. What's our B? -4. Thank you, whoever said that. How do I, Miss Simpkins, why is it -4? Well, it says -4. Okay. So our C is what number? 3. Any questions about those 3 numbers? Okay, so now we're going to start plugging it in the formula. So X equals. In the formula, it says negative B. But in this case, our B is already negative. So if we're talking about a negative, it's going to be positive. Plus or minus the square root of B squared. Well, what's negative 4 squared? Not square root, squared, 16. Minus 4AC is the rest of that part. So 4 times A, which is 1, times C, which is 3. Any questions so far? Okay, then in the denominator, I give 2A, 2 times 1. Well, A is equal to 1, so 2 times 1. Have I blown anybody's mind yet? I literally, wherever I saw that letter, I put the number. Like, it's not any more difficult than that right now. Yes.
So for the 16 part, so you wouldn't just like leave it as the 4 squared, you just go ahead and.
I mean, when you follow order of operations, we're going to do exponents first. So I just go ahead and do that in my head. But you could do negative 4 squared if you wanted to. Who gets to go home? Simpkins. Yes. Great. Okay. I said she was a great cook, but I was being nice. Okay. Yes. Anyway. Oh, yes, I do know that. I can fix that. Yes. Yes, that's because originally she was scheduled into that class at the very beginning. Yeah. Yes, it's a Canvas thing. You can remove that section from her though. Go to people. Find her people. Because that happened to Zion and I fixed it.
Oh, yeah.
When you kept seeing all the weird dates. Yeah. And then either click on, I think you have to click on their name. Okay. Okay. Oh. What does it say? There's not something that says conclude this enrollment. Hold on. Are you on the kid? Like it says their name, their email? No, like click on the kid's name from people. Yeah, so on the dashboard, on the right, click their name again. Then more user details, there should be conclude this enrollment for the wrong one. Okay. You're welcome. Bye. Okay. You do see the right dates now, right? That I fixed that? Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's start mathing.
Yay.
What? No, I said his wife is a great cook. Mr. Williams. I said his wife was a great cook. No, he was saying stop talking crap about my wife. And I said, I was being nice. I said she was a great cook. I don't think that's talking crap about her. Ignore me, whatever.
I think we got it forever mixed up.
Okay.
We lost time.
I know it's his fault that we might not be able to play the game. Okay. So just look under the radical, meaning the square root. all we're gonna do at first is simplify just what's under there. That's it. So we're gonna leave the 4 out here by itself, the plus or minus all by itself, and then the 2 at the bottom all by itself. 2 times 1 is 2. So look under the radical, which says 16 minus 4 times 1 times 3. I'm gonna give you a moment. All I want you to do is simplify that to just one number. Don't tell me out loud yet. Please follow order of operations. You should know how to do that. Mm-hmm. What number did you get, Thorn? 4. Does anybody need me to explain how we get 4? You can use a calculator. 16 minus, well, what's 4 times 1 times 3? What's 4 times 1 times 3? 12. 16 minus 12 is 4. Correct. Okay. Why do I like 4 so much? Because it's a perfect square. So let's go ahead and take the square root of 4. What's the square root of 4? 2. So guess what? Now I can separate my 2 answers. The first answer is going to be 4 plus 2 divided by 2. The second answer is going to be 4 minus 2 divided by 2. So for the first one, what's 4 plus 2 divided by 2? 3. What's 4 minus 2 divided by 2?
1.
Those are your answers. 3 and 1.
Whoa.
Good.
That took up a fourth of my.
Good, I'm glad. Yeah, that's why I said it's not difficult. It's just a lot of things, a lot of little things. And guys, look at this parabola. Where does it cross the x-axis? At 1 and 3.
Wait, I could just look at that.
Well, I'm not going to give you the graph every time.
See, there's no graph on the next.
There isn't, but we're going to do a problem that's not in here. So you either need to be writing this on a sheet of paper, if that's your preference, or find some blank space in your book. I love paper too. I agree, Jonathan, but life doesn't always give you graphs. Okay, this one, it says x squared plus 9x plus 20 equals 0. First thing, does it equal 0? Yes. So let's say A equals B equals C equals. What does A equal? 1. What does B equal? 9. What does C equal? 20. So again, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to plug the stuff in the formula. So x equals negative b, negative 9, plus or minus square root of b squared, 81. Good job. 9 times itself is 81, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 20, all divided by 2 times 1, or 2a. In this case, a is 1. A will equal 1 a lot, but sometimes it will not. So just be careful.
Why is it 4?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So there's a proof that I could show you, but you're going to be like, what the heck did you just do, Miss Simpkins? So just trust me.
Like, this is always gonna be 4.
Like this right here. Yeah, that's in the formula. 4AC. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the answer. I was so confused.
No.
It's always gonna be. You tell me.
Okay, so the first thing we do is just simplify what's inside that square root.
Easy. This, yup.
Not yet. I'm going to let everybody simplify it.
Got it.
Shh.
Oh, you ruined it.
Ruined it.
Soren.
Ruiner.
It's
Okay, so you should have gotten 81 minus 80, which is 1. Miss Simpkins, how'd you get 80? 4 times 1 times 20 is 80. Thorn, what is the square root of 1? 1. So then I can split up my two answers. I have -9 plus 1 divided by 2, and I have -9 minus 1 divided by 2. So for the first one, -9 plus 1 is -8, divided by 2 would be -4. For the second one, good question. I'll answer in a second. The second one, -9 minus 1 is -10. -10 divided by 2, -5. Thorn asked a great question. Which one do we list first? Technically, you should be listing the smaller answer first, which would be -5. I'm nice to you and I'll probably count both right, but I would try and make it a habit to list the smaller one first. Okay, we're gonna try 2 more and then we'll take a brain break.
I don't like it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some time. I want you to try this one all alone.
All right.
Oh, you got it, I promise.
You always say that.
I think your face.
X squared plus 10x plus 16 equals 0. Hold on, let me make sure that's what I want. Yeah,
Are you just making this up?
yeah.
What?
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm trying to make these end up being nice, perfect squares for you, so I have to think a little harder about it.
I have to use my college brain. Your college brain.
Silencio. Let me know your answers. What's our A? 1. Our B? C? X equals -10 plus or minus the square root of 100
Yep.
minus 4
Yep.
times 1
Times 16.
times 16 all over
2A.
2 times 1
But 2.
or 2. Yes.
2 times 1.
So if we simplify what we can, 100 minus 4 times 1 times 16 is 64. 100 minus 64 is 36. And guess what? I'm happy because 36 is a perfect square of 6. So I have -10 plus 6 divided by 2. And I have -10 minus 6 divided by 2. So if I do the first one, negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Negative 10 minus 6 is negative 16. Divided by 2 is negative 8. So negative 2. Wow. That's what you got. That is what you got. Okay. I was like, wait, that is what you got.
It's actually funny, because like 2 years ago, like right now, if we were to see this, we would think it's so hard.
Yeah.
right? And now,
If you were to see this like 3 months ago, you would have been like, what?
I still think there's
Okay,
like-
we're gonna do one more
yay.
and then we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
Aw.
Wait, whoa, why are you saying?
This one is in your algebra nation book.
That's real.
This is that, this is.
This I can't remember if I told this joke in here or not, but what do baby parabolas drink?
No.
Oh, wait,
No,
wait.
formula.
Quadratic formula.
That's
Oh, now it's funny because you know it. Okay.
actually funny. With all of them.
Y'all are mean. Okay. So what's the problem with this one? It's not equal to 0. But guess what? We can fix that.
Wait, but that also.
How do we fix that?
Erase the top.
You guys are so smart. Oh my God.
So we have 2w squared plus w minus 5 equals 0.
I knew that.
Oh my God, I'm so smart.
A equals, B equals, C equals. What is A?
2. B is.
He's
Is 1. Okay. C is negative 5.
Right.
All right, let's just substitute. X equals
Yep.
negative B, negative 1, plus or minus the square root. B squared, well, what's 1 squared? 1 minus 4 times 2 times negative 5 all over 2 times 2. Yeah, see, A is not 1 anymore. A is 2, so you gotta multiply it.
That's harder.
Okay. Now I will tell you, this has been the most missed question today.
Well, I'm gonna get it right.
Well, we're all gonna get it right
Oh, wait.
because I just want you to look under the radical. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to simplify it. Do not go further.
You're in 7th grade. You're in
What
algebra.
number goes under the square root?
30. What?
What number goes in the square root?
39.
39.
No,
Negative 39.
Oh, yeah.
41. That is the most missed thing people have been doing today because they A, aren't using their calculator, or B, don't know how to do integers. So let's figure out what club you are in. 1 minus 4 times 2 times negative 5. Well, what is this equal to? Negative 40. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I just said 1 minus negative 40 is 41.
No, I remember that. I almost got mixed up with
A different way to think about this, which is also fine, is what is all this together?
all this.
Well, 1 plus 40 is still 41.
That's easy. That's what I thought.
That's just.
That's fine. I don't care. It's 41 though, is the moral of the story, and not 39 or negative 39.
Isn't 41 fine?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It's a prime though.
What?
So,
It's never really come up.
uh-oh,
It's kind of useless.
41 is not a perfect square. Ah. So take that calculator.
And divide it.
Take that calculator.
Oh, wonderful.
It's
6.4031.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. So type 41,
Yes.
hit shift, and then the top, the button third from the left. We are not going to get an exact answer, and that's okay. I'm usually not okay with this, but in this case, I am. You're going to estimate to the hundredths. If you don't know what that is, I'm sad, but it's 2 numbers after the decimal. So 6.40, or because it's 40, we can just say 6.4 over 4. So all I did was I took the square root of 41 to get 6.40 or 6.4. 6 4/10. So now I can do -1 minus 6.4 divided by 4. And I can do -1 plus 6.4 divided by 4. And again, use your calculator. Okay, the first one, you should have gotten -1.85. For the second one, you should have gotten +1.35.
Yeah, I'm so
Yay.
Great.